Hey folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for my first Monster Train YouTube video. I realized that since I'm playing Monster Train for an audience who doesn't necessarily know what Monster Train is, I keep answering the same questions again and again about the basic fundamentals of the game. So I wanted to make a quick video shooting for less than 5 minutes that just talks about the core mechanics of Monster Train so that when someone's like, hey, what is this game? What is the bare minimum I need to know so that I can watch? You can refer them back to this video. So Monster Train is a roguelite deck builder, very similar to things like Slay the Spire, and it has some elements of games like maybe Dominion or Ascension as well. What differentiates this from other games is that there's a class system. There are 4 different classes, and for each run you choose 2 of those classes. One as your primary clan and one as your secondary clan. And you depart on a monster train headed directly to hell to save hell. Beginning at the first difficulty level, you will get random cards added into your deck, and you're always given a preview of what the final boss looks like. As you're on a train, there will be various things on your path that give you choices about what you would like in order to increase the power of your deck and your ability to fight these bosses. At the very beginning of the game, you'll be given the option to select one of 2 champions that you will always draw in your opening hand. And those champions will encourage you to build your decks in different ways. Your champion will be based on your primary clan. As you go into a battle, you will get a preview of the boss of that battle, as well as the generic enemies that are going to spawn in each battle, and you'll always have the option of turning on a trial, which will increase the amount of spoils that you get in the battle in exchange for making the fight harder. Alright, so generally speaking, each enemy has stats. This is their attack power, and this is their health. There are 3 floors of this train that you can place units on. There are 5 spaces on this floor, and each unit that you have has a certain number of spaces that it takes up. So for example, this unit takes up 2 spaces, as does this unit. There is a final 4th floor of the train which contains your pyre. Unlike all the other units in this game, the health of this unit is continuous over the run. So your run ends if your pyre dies. You are trying to get this shard of the pyre to hell so you can reignite the flames of hell. Now, something that's really interesting about this game is that the enemies attack before you do. And you'll be given a preview of what's going to happen to all of those enemies. So right now, each one of these enemies is going to attack for 5 before any of my creatures. The red X here shows the preview of how much damage my things are going to take. And since there's 20 total damage coming in, all of my stuff is going to die. If I torch one of those, now this unit will take 5, this unit will take 5 again, and then this unit will take 5 before my champion will go and attack twice. So let's look at how that plays out. From time to time, additional bonus enemies will spawn, and if you go and kill them, you'll get certain other rewards. This is kind of the basic fundamentals of the game. So as you saw, the enemies that I didn't kill last time around now ascend up to the next level of the train. You're trying to keep them from getting to the pyre. If they get to the pyre, they start doing damage to it, and that damage is going to stay constant over the run. Also constant over the run is a certain amount of gold that you have, and you always have a starting deck, and again, once you're playing on the first increased difficulty level, you'll get some random additional cards to start things off to give your run a little bit more character. And you can add cards to your deck after each battle in order to increase the power of your deck, and you'll be given options to duplicate and increase the power level of your deck over the run. So each fight has a certain number of waves before the boss appears, and there is a brief respite before the boss fight where you get a chance to prepare. I'm not going to play out this run here. This was just to give you an idea of sort of the fundamentals. There are other things going on. So for example, I have the ability to heal enemies. Some cards like this one will let you draw more cards next turn for playing them. And then there's all sorts of other more unique cards that have the ability to move units from level to level, allow you to place more units on a level, and each clan has certain elements of synergy that keep getting added to it. These are the basics you'll need to know to kind of understand these videos. When you have more questions in the videos, please just ask. I'm going to be very receptive to answering comments, especially as I'm first starting up these series, and I hope this was useful to you. At the same time that this video goes up, I will be also posting my first Monster Train run, which I intend on making a long-running series. I'm not just going to be doing magic content anymore. Alright, see you later, folks. I hope this was useful.